Hi guys, so on the daily chart for Bitcoin USDT, we have the similar structure, okay? So we need to put something into consideration here, okay? And what was that? Most of these points, most of this price action, Bitcoin was actually in what we call a price discovery, i.e., or sorry, I mean that is we were making new prices. Like Bitcoin had never traded at 30K or 40K or 50K or even 60K. Okay, so it was really difficult in price discovery. It's really difficult to tell the top. I remember what we thought in market cycles and all of that. You can't really tell what part you are in until that part is over. So we're like in a markup here, and we had this distribution, but the euphoria and everything, nobody knew until boom, we went down, and then we consolidated. So it was when we started this consolidation, it was actually clear to everybody that, oh, this was not just a mere pullback, but a proper correction. And then we weren't even sure if this was an accumulation or a redistribution to the downside, until after this sideways movement for some weeks we broke out and started another rally. So it is very very easy. It is very very easy. Very soon videos on this would be, the lectures on this will be uploaded. Okay, so let me just take all of this out and go back to what we have. Okay, so notice how price, after price doing all of what it did, after it moved and moved and moved, it came back here, and then it couldn't go below here. Can you guys see? Can you see how it just respected this zone? Do you notice? Now, if you look back to, I think that was around February or so, there was a time price also came into that zone, and after coming down, it started going up. Okay, and after it took out this high, this place here became an area of demand or a demand zone. Okay, and so watch how after all the travel, it came back there and it just kept respecting it until sellers like sellers were pushing the market down, and it came here and it was like a neutral this thing, as people were buying, people were selling and all of that, until the buyers took hold and pushed it back up. So do we see how supply and demand works? That is actually what determines where price determines where price let me quickly take this out. Determines where price goes. Okay, so that is all for that. So now to what the part that actually concerns us, you see that we've been on a rally. We've made the the first demand, that is this bottom one where we bottomed out and started a rally, and then we made this other demand zone, and then we also made this other demand zone, which that is this one between 42.7 and 44.6K. Okay, watch how price so we got here and created this zone, and then made higher highs until we came back and bounced off, and now we are trying to either break this supply and continue the what is it called, the uptrend, or selling pressure will come from here, from the daily supply, and probably send us back to this demand zone, and depending on how serious the buyers are, they'll probably move it back up, and then we continue higher, or the sellers could move down, and then we also have this point to actually still bounce off and continue higher, or we could actually which is what I showed us in the weekly chart. Remember I said in the weekly chart there were not really many zones, or we could just come straight down here and bounce off from this demand and continue higher, or just or just keep going down. Okay, or just keep going down. Okay, or just get here and maybe make some chopping move and just keep going down. It all depends. It all depends on what majority of the market participants are willing to do. Okay, one of the people I respect so much. I'm trying to recall his name. I think he's a British trader. I don't know why I can't. Probably when I check YouTube, I'll send you guys his link, the link to his. He makes like great videos like this too. Okay, so he would always mention that no one has the crystal ball. Okay, and when he does his analysis, he just shows you every possible scenario, okay, using his own style of technical analysis. To mine is just basically support and supply and what's it called, supply and demand. Okay, and if you check, that is how price has been moving. So up to 4 hours, I'm going to be stopping at 4 hours, because the truth is, when markets are these indecisive, feel the indecision. By indecision I mean, for a while, like if you noticed, since when was that, since let me see, since 15th of September, okay, we've just been moving sideways, kind of, okay. And today is already 20th. So for like the past 5 days, we've not really had, like, the market will do like as if it's going up, but then we see it's coming down again. Oh, this video is getting too long already. Okay. So it's basically the same thing. Okay, so I will just show us some demand zones here. You can see this H4 demand that was formed at the, let me just use a brush quickly. This zone that was created here. Okay, and you see how price went up and fell back into it and bounced back and fell back into it, and then before the high. So I have lots of zones like that everywhere. That is majorly how I analyze my charts when I look at them. Okay, and this very large zone down here is that daily demand zone we saw on the daily time frame. And if you check, remember these two arrows I sent, there was a screenshot I sent earlier, okay, saying how, okay, we shouldn't lose this H4 demand that is here. Let me quickly adjust it. Seems the market is okay. So depending on how we go, these two paths could still play out. Okay, so we could actually bounce off this H4 demand and try to invalidate this very large supply zone above. And not just that too, look at this institutional candle here. Look at this very large sell candle, this one. Okay, no, that's the wrong two. Look at this sell candle here, this one. Okay, so if we check properly, we will find out that there is an area of imbalance that was formed. Okay, so this area now, this particular place that I'm trying to shade would lead, like, price will most likely get into this particular part that I'm trying to shade, this rectangle that I drew out. Price will most likely get into it, and we could see, depending on the stronger party, we could actually see price get into this area and then go down again before maybe going up, or before continuing downwards, depending on what the majority says. Okay, so this institutional candle, you can see I don't have my volume indicators on, but if we look at the volume indicator, we'll most likely see that serious volume was traded in that candle. Okay, so these are the things to watch out for. So what should be our bias? We need to see some confirmations. Let's see how we trade the rest of the week. Okay, and most of the times why we majorly just look at BTCs, because BTC is the leader of the market. So wherever BTC goes, most of the markets will go. Okay, most of the markets will go. So let's see. Personally, I'd like to see us take out
53k. We really need to take out 53k to actually show that all these greens we've been having these past weeks is like, it's actually it's it's a serious continuation of what's it called, of the rally. Okay, and taking out 53k and then going on to take out our previous all-time high of about 64 something. Boy, like 75k, even 100k BTC, it could really happen real quick. It could really happen real quick. And we know what it means for alts, especially some low cap alts. You could see some alts make crazy moves, So hold your bags. I sent a screenshot earlier. Do not be emotionally attached to your positions and all of that. Personally, sometimes I don't really, I just look at the charts. Okay, I don't look at what the USD value of maybe any coin I'm holding looks like, because to be honest, um it's like doing drugs. Okay, so like you take it for a while, only to just like it messes up with your head finally. Okay, so let's say when it's pumping, it's like drugs. When it's pumping, okay, so you look at it, you're happy, and then after a while, maybe the market start going side the other way, and then you look at it again and you're seeing something else, and then your happiness, because of you've kind of attached happiness to, oh, my bags are doing well, I should be happy, then you only be happy when your bags are doing well. But if you detach your emotions from your positions, whether they are doing wonderfully well, or they are just staying in one place consolidating, or they are performing poorly due to what the current market situations is like, come on, you are good to go. You survived the long haul. Okay, I pray the creator gives us life to, I can't really wait to see what let me just draw something. I can't really, this is 2022. Okay, from here it's 2022, so I can't really wait to see what we will trade, whether we will trade down or we'll trade up. Like, man, trading is really wonderful, delightful. I wouldn't choose a different, would I call it, occupation or vocation to do. So that will be all for tonight. Thank you all for viewing up until this part. I cherish you all dearly.